It's the end of the week as we know it. It's the end of the week as we know it.
Oh,
it's
man.
the end of the week as we know it, and we feel fine. Hey, everyone, welcome. It is Training Thursday before a long weekend.
Yes.
April 2nd, 2026. I'm Jordan Bateman, Vice President of Communications, the Independent Contractors and Businesses Association, the mighty ICBA. Joined as always by
Kerry, Manager, Member Services for ICBA. Really excited for a long weekend.
Yes, Vital by name, vital by nature. Kerry's hoping for some decent weather to run.
I am.
Sure.
I'm really hoping it will not be disgusting.
Yes, I'm sure will.
Probably will. It's the Easter long weekend. It's always gross.
It is what it is, but
yeah.
I'm taking 4 days. I'm taking
Me too.
Monday
I'm
off.
taking Monday off too.
We deserve it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I was like, I'm going to sleep on Monday. It's weekend.
Please do not text or email Kerry and I on this weekend.
Well, you can. You just won't get a response.
Well, unless you're someone.
Well, exactly.
Chris, I guess, but I'm telling
Chris or Todd, that's about it.
I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about our future course.
Sure.
Right off the
Before
bat.
we get off on a tangent.
No, because I'm excited about this one, even though it's a tough topic.
It is.
Tell me about it.
So it is April the 14th from 11 to 12 Pacific time. It is free. So it's working through pain, what every tradesperson should know. So you can join us for an open, honest discussion about chronic pain with Pain BC Trades and Pain Lead, James Bosley. We love James, just have to say this. We work with him very closely in our wellness program.
Legit, one of the nicest dudes in
Legitimately, yes.
Like,
so I think he talked to every single person at ICBA at BuildX.
Yes.
It was quite funny.
Yeah. Big Nicola fan.
Big Nicola fan, yep.
Which
is excellent.
Aren't we all?
Right,
That's new cadences and Nicola.
Yes.
Blackley.
Yep, she got her citizenship last Wednesday. But unfortunately, chronic pain is one of the most common and least acknowledged realities facing people in the skilled trades and honestly kind of in life some days. Behind every building, road, pipe, wire is a body that's lifted, bent, twisted, strained, and endured far more than most people will ever see. So this is a really important topic, ties in our wellness program. We are talking about pain avoidance and addiction this month here in April. So this presentation is going to bring those demands in the spotlight, revealing how years of repetitive motion, heavy lifting, awkward postures, and high impact tasks can take a lasting toll.
So April 14th, that's a Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific. That's noon Alberta time.
Yes.
Mountain time.
For now.
And it's free. So, and you don't have to be an ICBA member, but really it should be. Why not? We're awesome. Mm-hmm. But you can click the link below to register and hear James talk about this stuff. I think one of the things I never thought about construction before I got here to ICBA was the athletic nature of the frontline work.
Absolutely.
And it was actually John Walker at Lincor Painting who kind of opened my eyes to that when he brought in a program that essentially used athletic therapists and trainers to help his painters with things like, stretching out in the morning for shoulder work and like bending and all of this stuff, kind of a little bit of light impact stretches before they started working for the day, because obviously painting, lots of repetitive motions.
Absolutely.
And it made a big difference in his company.
I love it.
And has made, started to spread to other places as well. And I remember him talking to me at an ICBA board meeting about it and being like, never really thought about that. But yeah, that's
no, I like
cool.
it.
So, chronic pain, it can lead into all sorts of pain management, self-management issues, which aren't good. So what James is doing with Pain BC is pretty amazing. So happy to have him around.
Right. Yeah, it'll be a good, informative, just 1 hour webinar. So
Yes.
April the 14th.
And no lie, you run into James anywhere. The guy lights up like a Christmas tree. He's just like...
Seriously, he's one of the nicest humans I've ever met.
Yeah, I think of all these BuildXs I've been at.
Yeah.
Thousands of conversations over 9 years now with BuildXs, and I can count on one hand the really memorable ones.
He's one of them
James
for sure.
Is one of them.
Yeah. No. They were giving away ice packs this year at BuildX, and it was quite funny because our events manager found them first, and then she's like, "Oh, you gotta go get some ice packs." We're a really clumsy team over in the member services department, just saying. So James is like, "Oh, here, you can have as many as you want," and walking out with his handful of ice packs.
Perfect. That's awesome. So register below.
He's a good guy.
And as always, all of our courses, icba.ca/courses.
Yes.
Kerry, Skills BC coming up. Skills Canada, I mean.
Skills Canada BC's provincial competition, on the 15th of April. So that is going to be a very busy day. It's usually about 1,000 to 1,500 children. So
teenagers
and actual children.
Oh, and actual children.
Yep.
At TradeX.
At TradeX in Abbotsford. So that will be a busy day. So
and they watch what do they watch?
So they're actual competitions. So every year Skills Canada puts on competitions across the country. Specifically, these are going to be the BC teenagers and young adults who are going to compete to win prizes in their trade. So I actually got to judge a competition a couple years ago, so that was really fun.
What trade were you judging? Talking?
Yes.
Bossing?
Bossing people around. So I judged the workplace skills one, so in which case was a young painter who taught me how to drywall. So that was cool.
Nice.
She actually ended up going and winning a silver medal in Skills Canada. So she was the second place in the entire country for that year, which was really cool. And then I got to judge an electrical one. So the guy was wiring for a light bulb, which was fun. So yeah, so myself and one of my member services admins, Tiana, is going to come with me that day. We will not be doing training Thursday the next day because I will be sleeping.
Yes.
And resting my voice.
Yes.
Because the next day is our big gala downtown Vancouver. So that is going to be a very busy week for the ICBA team.
Yes. Gala sold out.
Entirely flat sold out, yeah.
Unless you're going to bribe us, please, no, just kidding.
I don't know what that means.
There are no seats. We are borrowing seats from
I
people who purchase them.
I think we're sitting out in the hallway. You're not getting food at all.
Yeah.
So.
I think this is my 6th straight year without a seat, so the streak
You're
continues.
used to it, exactly.
The streak continues.
Yeah.
But looking forward to that and to seeing Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, and just finished up the draft of questions for Chris to look over for Coach Prime. And
excellent.
Man, what a character he is. There's all the high-profile stuff that he did in his playing career. There's the coaching career now, but his health has been bad. Like he had thrombosis, blood clots, something I myself have had. Lost 2 toes.
Oh dear.
Coached from a wheelchair for a period of time.
Yeah, well.
Never lost his spark, never lost his energy.
Love it.
He also then had bladder cancer, had his bladder removed and replaced.
Yeah, I was like, where are we going with this?
Not sure how they do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And again, just kind of keeps trucking along, and pretty amazing story. And it has the potential, I think, of being the best one we've ever done. People will always go back to the Bradshaw, Montana
I was going to
one.
say.
And Bradshaw, Montana was such a vibe, brought on mainly by Terry's bourbon.
Yep.
It'll always be number one in a lot of hearts, but this one could be special. This one could be special.
We'll see, because Bradshaw, Montana is my favorite.
Yes.
This is my 11th year with ICBA,
It was so unpredictable.
I just remember sitting in the back where I was at my staff table kind of watching, and you get to see Chris vibrating because it's going off the rails, and Chris doesn't like things to go off the rails.
Yeah. I love it. The more chaos,
I thought it
the better
was great, but it literally was like Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets. It was so good.
Bradshaw brought something out of Montana that I haven't seen in any of these other interviews Montana has done. And I just remember, like,
it was great.
Bradshaw at one point, like he and Montana both won 4 Super Bowls, but they won them in very different ways. Montana was very much the core of that team, most clutch player in NFL history at the time until Brady, like the undisputed leader of the 49ers.
Yeah.
Bradshaw, his coaches kept trying to bench him, messing him around, and he was like, they didn't have that kind of self-confidence that Montana had. And he won 4 Super Bowls in a row. Like, come on, like he's fine. So this is kind of going on, and I just remember like there's like the manic kind of energy going on, and then Bradshaw kind of leans in and goes, "Joe, did you ever get scared?"
I remember this.
I was so scared out there sometimes.
Yeah.
And Joe's like, "Nah."
Yes.
Brashaw's like, "Yeah."
It's definitely the best one.
Yeah.
That was one that we had, I think it was on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And the next morning I was in a meeting with some of our members, and the first 15, 20 minutes were just, how about the gala last night? How about the speed? Like, we got nothing done that entire meeting, but it was just compliments over the gala. So
Bradshaw back to back 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So, and beforehand, he'd go down to Honey Salt and drink with the guys.
Yes, I remember that too.
It was like random table, like a bunch of ICBA people would come in like a little bit early for the event and be like, hey, there's Terry Bradshaw. Can we buy you a drink, Terry? And Terry's like, of course you can buy me a drink. Come sit down with us.
Yeah.
Like sat there, and then he went out after. And,
it was a lot of fun.
At one point, Chris and I had to go up and grab him to bring him down for a thing, and we opened the door, and his beautiful wife is there, Tammy, who is her own reality TV star in her own right. And Terry's there, wearing nothing but a towel. It's like, oh, sorry boys, we're running a little late. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. And he goes into the room, and I saw more Terry Bradshaw than I ever thought I would. Outstanding. Terry and Joe, I take them off stage. My job is to get them to the elevators in the back and off our floor before the crowd disperses and gets them. I take them to the elevator, and we've had a great time. And I'm like, guys, that was awesome.
That was the best one.
Anyone who's here is going to remember that forever. And Terry's like, hey, listen, kid, I'm in town for 2 more days. So if you need me anything else, just call me and pay me, and I'll be there. And Joe's like, I had such a great time. I don't normally love these things as much as this one. This was such a great time. Hey, come here. And I'm like hugging Joe Montana. One of the great moments of my life. Uncaptured by any photo.
I love it.
I hugged Joe Montana and put him on an elevator and sent him through his room. So
I love that. Well, I will say my greatest moment of my life last year was when we had Gronk, and I am 5 feet tall. Gronk is not. Yes. Okay. I am just over 5 feet tall. Gronk is not. And so we have
6'8".
Yes. So we have a photo from last year of me and Gronk, and it is just like, so you get me, but then it's just like Gronk's torso.
Yeah, we cut off his head.
And it is one of my favorite photos, and it was very, very funny.
Those events are always incredible. Brett Favre, my personal favorite, but Brett Favre was my hero watching football growing up and made me a Packer fan. And Brett giving me an hour and a half upstairs just chatting football, chatting Packers, chatting Aaron Charles Rodgers, talking about all the good stuff going on, and just like such a great dude. And they say don't meet your heroes, but Favre was everything you could have hoped for. Peyton the first year when Chris and I were just raw rookies at this, and coming in and huddling us up like we were in the AFC Championship game. Okay, boys, here's what we're going to do. This. Okay. Always good times. So looking forward to
all to say that
new memories with Coach Prime.
And we're really sorry if we're rubbing it in that you did not get a ticket to the gala. We are sorry, but
I don't want to give too much away, but if you've made it this far in this podcast, you deserve to know a little bit. So we're going to end. Coach Prime now is famous for his pep talks.
Yes.
Like very famous, and so. We're going to try to convince him to end with a pep talk to the room, to the BC construction industry.
I love it.
Get us all riled up.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready to run through a wall after that, you ain't got a heart. So.
Which is probably a good thing that we then have our reception afterwards.
Yes, Coach Prime.
Because we will be very ready.
Tuned up and ready to go. So anyways, that's the gala. That's the 17th of April. There are people who've bought tables. So if you got friends, and maybe they
go bribe them.
For you. Go bribe them, get a ticket. And again, working through pain, what every trade person should know, the 14th of April, 11 a.m. Pacific, link below. Anything else?
Nothing really right now. We've chatted a lot, but we will be back next week.
Bye.